Today, I'm here to announce that for the month of November, we're giving away 50% of the proceeds from all sales placed on our website. This will be going directly to the Isabella and Marcus Foundation and will fund the Lucas O'Carroll PhD Scholarship for research into DIPG brain cancer. We've also teamed up with Steadfast Logistics, who are funding the shipping costs so we can offer free shipping anywhere in Victoria.
Hi, my name is Rob. I'm from the Isabella and Marcus Foundation. 2020 has been a tough year for charities. At the Isabella and Marcus Foundation, we've had to cancel all of our big fundraising events this year. So we're grateful for this initiative by Daniel at HB Plus to raise money for the charity during the month of November.
6 years ago, I hadn't even heard of DIPG brain tumours. I didn't know what they were, and to be honest, I wish I still didn't know what they were. Unfortunately, I was soon to witness the devastating effects of this horrible disease when my best mate's son was diagnosed with a DIPG brain tumour. I remember Lucas's infectious smile and the best laugh with the screech of excitement in almost everything he did. He loved dinosaurs, his plastic hammer and toolbox, like his dad, and dressing up as a pirate. This was all about to be ripped away, and it started when Brian and Laura noticed Lucas's eye start to occasionally turn in. However, after a few optometry visits, Brian and Laura were reassured there was nothing to worry about and given an appointment for an MRI in 8 weeks, just in case. A few days later, Lucas started to become unwell, and Brian and Laura rushed him to emergency and begged the doctors to give him an MRI. They immediately gave him an MRI, and that very night they were told he had a large tumour in his brainstem, and within days they were given the diagnosis of DIPG, diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma, and told there was no treatment for this type of cancer, and Brian and Laura's beautiful boy had a 0% chance of surviving past 9 months. Within 3 weeks, Lucas passed away at home in his own pirate-themed room, 1 month shy of his 3rd birthday. He was surrounded by love to the very last breath. When the oncologist diagnosed Lucas with DIPG, he also handed Brian and Laura the mobile phone numbers of 2 other families who had set up a charity in honour of their children, Isabella and Marcus. These families had been exactly where they were, receiving the horrendous DIPG diagnosis for their children only a few years earlier. They came together to raise awareness for DIPG with the hope to fund research into a cure, and along the way, they became a support system for newly diagnosed families like theirs. Isabella and Marcus Foundation have 5 PhD scholarships that are all named in honour of a child who has passed from DIPG. It's been really difficult for the Isabella and Marcus Foundation to have fundraisers this year, and this has been due to the coronavirus shutting down normal avenues of fundraising and their major events. So please support the Isabella and Marcus Foundation and get behind Lucas O'Carroll PhD Scholarship for research into DIPG brain cancer.
The Isabella and Marcus Foundation is dedicated to curing brain cancer in children, particularly that cancer that took my own daughter's life, Isabella, when she was only 6 years old. You may not be aware that brain cancer kills more children in Australia than any other disease, and for some of those cancers there is no treatment at all. The charity has been funding research for 7 years, and this research has brought us closer towards a cure. And we also work hard behind the scenes to ensure that government funding is increased for brain cancer in children.
Hi, I'm Andrew Bogut. I'm an ambassador for the Isabella and Marcus Foundation. 8 years ago, I became aware of the plight of children with brain cancer. I discovered that this disease kills more children in Australia than any other, and one cancer, in particular, called diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma, or DIPG for short, is incurable. Join me, let's take a stand to find a cure against brain cancer and give all children a future.
We hope that you can get behind this initiative to raise money. Daniel is giving 50% of the proceeds from all online sales in November to the foundation. If you were thinking of placing an order soon, please do so during the month of November. And in that way, you can give children in need a helping hand. Thanks from all of us at the Isabella and Marcus Foundation.
From the team at HB Plus Battery Specialists, we thank you in advance for your support. So please give us a like, share us on socials, and sign up for updates on the progress of the IMF fundraiser.